On today's episode, we will be chatting with the Deputy City Assessor at the Port of Spain Corporation. She will now introduce herself and explain to us the roles and key functions of the City Assessor's Department.
Hello, I am Joanne Roach Harewood, Deputy City Assessor at the Port of Spain Corporation.
So, Ms. Harewood, what are some of the key functions of the City Assessor's Department?
The City Assessor's Department is the custodian of the people's property within the city of Port of Spain. Our job is to ensure that the properties remain with its rightful owners. Some of our key functions are processing of return of ownership or change of ownership, keep maintaining the valuation rolls for all properties within the city of Port of Spain. Port of Spain Corporation being a large landowner, we do lease calculation for all our leasehold properties, namely in Woodbrook and Gonzales. We entertain the public insofar as servicing queries with respect to their properties. At the moment, we are currently engaging our attention with the valuation division and assisting them with their data entry for the new valuation role exercise, which is to be implemented shortly. We also issue certificates of ownership, certificates of assessment, and other documents for state agencies, attorneys, as well as other individuals within the city of Port of Spain.
Ms. Harewood, how would you describe the importance of property tax and the Port of Spain Corporation's role in the collection of property tax prior to 2009?
A very relevant and important question. Prior to 2009, the Port of Spain Corporation was charged with the responsibility for collecting property tax, or what is commonly known as house rate, within the city of Port of Spain. A very important role. House rate at that time was the largest revenue earner for the Port of Spain Corporation. It enabled us to be financially equipped to provide the necessary services and amenities to the burgesses of the city of Port of Spain without having to depend totally on central government.
Ms. Harewood, what are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced as Deputy City Assessor?
The City Assessor's Department, being one of the smallest departments of the Port of Spain Corporation, with only 6 members of staff and 15,000 burgesses and properties that we are responsible for, the volume is huge.
Right.
But thankfully, my staff is very supportive and we manage to deliver what is required of us by the burgesses of the city.
Yes.
Training of our technical officers is one of the key requirements at this time.
Yes.
At the moment, I am both technical and administrative officer at the department. So my staff is totally dependent on me for guidance in all aspects of the work.
Yes.
But we come together and we deliver.
Ms. Harewood, how can the public access transfers, certificates, change of land within the capital city?
The public can visit the City Assessor's Department and make a request for any of the following: certificates of ownership, certificates of assessment, transfer of ownership. This can be done by providing deed information pertaining to the properties. For example, if a property change owner from one person to another, there are certain requirements that must be submitted. Namely, you must complete the change of ownership form. You must support this form with a certified copy and a copy of the deed of ownership. Any other relevant documents, death certificate, probate of will, letters of administration, marriage certificates, can all assist in us processing a change of ownership. Once we are satisfied that the relevant documents are submitted and the necessary forms are completed, stamped and signed, the process is completed, the owners pay the transfer fee At our cashier, the relevant documents, certificate of assessment are given to the owners to either take to their attorneys, to WASA, to TNTEC, or any other state agencies. At the end of the process, the City Assessors Department will now introduce the new owners to our assessment rules.
Mrs. Harewood, can you share with us how your career experience has been, even leading up to becoming Deputy City Assessor?
I have over 35 years experience at Port of Spain Corporation.
Yes.
I worked in the clerical stream as a clerk 1, clerk 2, clerk 3. Then I was promoted to accountant assistant. I acted accountant 1. During my tenure as accountant 1, the position of valuation assistant was advertised. And I applied because I had lots of years experience at the City Assessors Department. I was shortlisted after the interview and I was asked to act valuation assistant. I've been here since the year 2015 and I was asked after to act as Deputy City Assessor when the post was vacant. And 5 years now I've been here and the experience is tremendous, fulfilling, enlightening, encouraging, and I truly enjoy it.
What are some of the positive things, some of the positives that has come out of the City Assessors Department under your watch?
Some of the positive that came out of my 5 years experience as a Deputy City Assessor, a more cohesive relationship between myself, council, administration, as well as other members of staff. A greater public satisfaction with the quality of service that we provide. Excellent working relationship with the City Engineers Department, particularly the building inspectors. They have always been very supportive. I have a staff that is very supportive and well equipped to handle any situation that may arise. Since we are a service-oriented department, I always emphasize the importance of courtesy, efficiency, and a commitment to the task. At the City Assessors Department, we pride ourselves with efficiency.
Mrs. Harewood, describe for me a full day in the life of a Deputy City Assessor.
Wow. A full day in the life of a Deputy City Assessor, first and foremost, involves me giving support and guidance to my CEO. Additionally, I provide the same support and guidance to the property manager, public health department, city treasurer's department, in particular the accounts department, because we relate insofar as property matters are concerned,
right,
the taxes and so on. But what I like most of all, or what gives me that kind of motivation to go, when members of the public come for attention.
Yes.
I go all out to help, even if it requires me to move from department to department to make sure that when they leave here, they are satisfied with the service that they get.
Excellent.
I really, really feel a sense of accomplishment when that is achieved.
Great. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to enlighten us about what the City Assessors Department is all about.
I thank you, Ms. Seeley, for giving me that opportunity to showcase and present what we do at the City Assessors Department so that the public will become more enlightened and more inclined to come to us for delivery of service.
And that concludes this week's episode of Know Your Corporation. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to our next episode where we will highlight another department.